In today's video, we're going to go over my favorite man-beating route in Madden 23. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Zane from Zane Madden YouTube channel. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. I hope you guys are enjoying your food, family, friends, and football. Speaking of football, obviously you guys are here for a reason. Let's get into my favorite man-beating route in all of Madden 23, which is the speed out. Yes, the speed out. This is a route that the last time I recalled this type of route being really useful was Madden 17. And I used to run it out of the U trips, which is now known as the Y off trips. There used to be a play called Pat Slot Out. I was also in the Texans book back then, but that's for another year. Let's get into how it works this year. So this is a route that you can run. It basically has an exaggerated outside release, which is great for getting into outside leverage or beating inside leverage as well. So it's great because it kind of works against every man coverage in the game. Even when they base a line, this is going to be a route that tends to get a good cut against man-to-man coverage. Now, there are deeper speed outs and then there are quick speed outs. We're going to show you a couple of those, but this is a staple route of my single back bunch X nasty game plan, which you guys can find on gridirongameplans.gg. So this is something that I run all the time. It's literally cheating how good this route is against the meta, whether it's nickel over or spinner, or even some of the press zone coverage. This is a good call a lot of times when they press up, because the speed cut tends to beat the deep zone on the outside, and it gets such a fast break that a lot of times zone coverage, the flat zones, the purple zones, really struggle to get out there as well if they're lined up in the slot or at outside linebacker. So let's get into it, not wasting more time. We're going to show this to you out of the Saints playbook. Very, very popular. Don't think I haven't noticed some of you guys starting to run the speed out of some of these tight formations. I was wondering when you guys were going to get there, but I've seen a few of you actually starting to do this in competitive circles. Saw a cash game the other night where I was like, okay, they're starting to catch on to this. So let's get into it. Saints drive out. For this to work, you guys want short in elite or route tech or slotomatic on the speed out, which is the yellow route on the left side. That is the shorter outbreaking route on this play. And what we're going to do here is we are just going to trust the process. This is a route that wins so well. This is about a 7-yard variety. If you freeform pass it with set feet lead, you can pass lead it up and outside, pick up about, give or take 10, 12. The variation that's in my X Nasty offense is worth about 15. So, you know, this is kind of the in-between. So this is something that you're just going to trust. Of course, if they're blitzing, you want to make sure you block a running back on something like this. With it being a zero blitz, you need to block 6, and you're just going to trust the cut. It's going to light up. It's going to get separation. You see, without a velocity ability, we can still fit it in. Obviously, if we have a set feed lead or a pass lead elite, that's going to be something that's going to be a little bit easier to get in there. But again, this is something that you should just be able to trust the vast majority of the time. Obviously, with Kirk Cousins, we are not liking that. So don't lead it upfield if you don't have a velocity ability. That's kind of the moral of the story here. You're just going to throw it out straight to the sideline. You see that that's going to keep it away from the defender that can break and undercut that route. If you have a velocity ability, you can lead it up the field. But nonetheless, this is a very, very easy route. What's cool about it too is you can also line it up as an in-breaking route. Now, one thing about the speed out is it's not so speedy when it breaks over the middle. It actually doesn't quite do the same thing, but it does get a solid cut. You see right here, it still can get open over the middle and turn into a route that wins. So can a slant though. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind, you know, not necessarily a route that you have to throw, you know, as a, an in-breaking route if you don't want to. Now, if they're playing press coverage, my advice to you guys would be to probably make sure that you have the velocity ability. It's gonna be a tighter squeeze here with Cousins, but a lot of times they can work off of the jam animation and get that light up animation, which is gonna be something that you can use pretty effectively. So if you have a good release rating against the guy that's pressing you, you can trust this. It could be something that, you know, can get you open to the outside. Again, you kind of see that Cousins doesn't really get the ball out there. Now, there are tricks, especially in this formation. If they are playing press and you want to kind of screw it up a little bit, a lot of times when you motion, it kind of slides the cover zero out. That'll help get you back to what it looked like initially, which is going to be the cut that just in general wins. So you see right there, I can fit that out. Again, no velocity ability, so don't worry about it too much. So that's kind of the intermediate variety. You guys have seen the clips of the deeper variety in the X Nasty. Some of those are taken from my stream. You guys can check me out on twitch.tv/ZanMadden, just like this YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/ZanMadden. Make sure you guys are subscribed, liking the video if you guys are enjoying it. Make sure you drop a content, an emoji, something below that will help push this in the algorithm for you guys and to reach other Madden players just like you that are looking for help on the game. Now, there is another variety of this route that I want to share with you guys. It is out of the bunch, and I've seen a few players using this as well. It's a very, very quick one. And I would, again, recommend that you have velocity ability if you guys are going to run it. But I'm going to show it to you without, just to show you that it is a consistent winning route. And this is kind of the speed out that is like a little two-stepper. It's a little two-stepper. So this one right here is out of spacing. It's about a 5-yard variety, but it's still good. It's still good. So just trust the light up, throw it straight to the sideline. And you see right there, we can pick up about 7 yards, 7 to 10 yards. Again, pretty good. You know, if they do run a press coverage, there is a chance that if you don't have velocity ability, there's going to be a little bit of trouble for you waiting. But, you know, you see right there, not too bad, though. About the same effect. You know, pretty good, pretty good. In fact, right there, we didn't get a press animation at all. So let's kind of show that to you again here. We got, I believe that's Okuda in press coverage. And I'm just going to snap this ball. It looks like he gets a fairly decent release off the jam or no press at all. And you see that you're working to the outside pretty easily. So if we put the ball on the other hash here, I probably could motion this across and then snap it. You're going to see right here, you know, it lights up, looks like it lights up and actually gets a little bit of a speed boost. So decent route that can win over the middle. The issue a lot of times when you're motioning this route across is in a lot of cases, the guy is kind of trailing behind. So it makes more sense for you to run something that's going to break, you know, out because that guy is going to be a little bit behind. So you've already got that inside leverage. This could help you win to the outside a little bit better. So, you know, you don't necessarily want to run a route back into the leverage. If you're motioning away from a guy, you don't want to run the route right back into him unless you can get a speed boost, which this one does give you a little bit of a speed boost, admittedly. So, you know, maybe test it out, see if this is something that, you know, tickles your fancy. You see right there, again, you can kind of throw that underneath and right there, we broke a tackle and, you know, move upfield. So there you guys have it. That's the speed out route. Real simple, real sweet. Real simple, real sweet, something you guys can add. Every playbook has a bunch that has that little route. The deeper version, again, Rams, Vikings offense. The version I showed you out tight is in the Saints offense, as well as some other type formations. Check it out. Must have it against man coverage. Really, really good stuff. Velocity ability recommended. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Have a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.